Yesterday was a big day for the National Hockey League with the Norris, Calder, Byng, Ross, and Hart trophies being presented. Here now on film, the highlights of the presentations.
Bobby, I would like you to come forward and receive the Calder Memorial Trophy, emblematic of the Rookie Award of the Year. Bobby Orr.
I really don't know what to say, except thank you very much to the sportscasters and sports writers for ordering me to accept this award. It's got to be the biggest thrill of my life, and thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Harry, I'm delighted to be able to present to you the Norris Memorial Trophy, emblematic of the outstanding defenseman in the National Hockey League for the current season. Harry Hart.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Campbell. You know, if anybody ever said that I had a chance of winning the Norris Trophy before this season began, I'd say you have to have your head read. But believe me, I'm very thrilled by it, and I'm proud to be able to win this trophy. Some pretty good names are on that trophy. I've seen Doug Harvey, of course. I played with Doug. I always considered him the greatest. But I'll say this, I'm kind of glad I won it this year, because I think in about 10 years from now, they're going to change that trophy to the Bobby Orr Trophy. Thank you very much.
What I am about to perform now is something unique. I don't know whether we're going to have the opportunity of witnessing again a triple winner of the awards in the National Hockey League. Stan, come forward here. I can't hold all of these trophies at once. I congratulate you most heartily on a very unique accomplishment. Pass it and set it on the table.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. As I told my wife before I walked into this room, this isn't bad for a little DP, is it? There are a lot of people to thank for this. First of all, the sports writers and news sportscasters who voted for me. I'm very grateful to you fellas. And also to my teammates, the Chicago Blackhawks. There are two guys that I'm quite proud of, Kenny Warren and Doug Moens, who I think should share in... Well, I'll let them share in the trophies. I won't let them share in the money. Let's put it that way. Thank you very much, Mr. Campbell.
And we'll be back to talk with the three winners when Hockey Night in Canada continues in just a moment. Happy now to have the winners with us. First of all, going down the line, Stan Mikita, Harry Howell, Bobby Orr. And congratulations again, gentlemen. Are you sure you're not going to buy them a coffee, Warren and Moens?
Well, I'll buy him something, maybe a ham sandwich.
Yeah, something like that. That's nice, Stan. I understand they're having a night for both Doug and Warren in their home.
Yes, they are, Ward. I think, well, I know for a fact it's May 27th for Kenny up in, I don't know whether it's East Ferris or West Ferris, which is just next door neighbor to North Bay, and July 7th for Doug Moens and Capriel.
So they'll have their chance to honor those fellows.
Well, they'll probably get me to buy him a couple of milkshakes or something.
Something like that. Well, fellas, there's one big cup left to be given, and that's the Stanley, and one big trophy left, the Conn Smythe Trophy. And I'd be interested in your observations on who you think the leading candidates are now. Let's start with you, Harry.
I believe that on the Montreal team, J.C. Tremblay has played very well in this series, and he played extremely well against us in the semifinals. One play he made tonight on that Backstrom goal was a great play. He held the puck maybe for 10 seconds before he finally passed to Backstrom and he scored. But he's been doing that through both series, and I think he's one of the leading candidates on the Montreal team. The other one, surprisingly, not too many people are talking about him in terms of the trophy, is a goaltender. I think he played really well against us and also against the Leafs. He earned his money tonight in the first 5 minutes of this game. It could have been 2-0 for the Leafs, and maybe it might be 5-2 for Leafs instead of Montreal, the way he played there.
Bobby, what about Toronto candidates?
Well, I would have to go along with defenseman also, or one defenseman. I think Tim Horton is playing very well, and Larry Hillman is having a great series. And up front, I think Dave Keon is really playing well. He's killing penalties, power play, and not forechecking, a lot of skating, playing real well.
And Stan, your observations say on both of the teams?
Well, one of these fellows are talking about the goaltenders and the defense, and I think I better stick up for the offense or offense. I'm from the States now, so
okay.
not to excuse me for a little bit of the language I use, and it's not going to be dirty. So,
Out and about.
I think Henri Richard and Jean Beliveau, Backstrom from Montreal, I think they're having a real fine series, this series at least. Keon, I think, was the guy that hurt us the most, other than Sawchuk, that fourth or fifth game that he beat us 4-3. I think the line of Stemkowski, Pulford, and Pappen, they're having a heck of a good series. And actually, to me, it's a toss-up who's going to be picked as the number one guy in the series. I think there's 6 or 7 guys that could be.
Harry, we didn't hear your Toronto. Anyone to add or not?
I like Tim Horton. I think that he has played extremely well. Of course, I didn't see him against the Chicago series, but he must have had a good series. I read a lot about it. But he has played well in this series, and I think between Tim and Davey Keon.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for being with us, and again, congratulations on the awards that you've won. Now let's join Frank Selke at the penalty box.